These days, computers are part of everyday life. People use them for work, study, communication, and entertainment. So in the IELTS speaking test, questions about technology and computers appear quite often. Let's begin. Good morning. My name is Sarah Williams. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My name is Daniel Brooks.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about computers. Do you use computers often?
Almost every day, actually. I mainly use my laptop for studying, watching videos, and keeping in touch with friends. Since so many activities are online nowadays, it's hard to imagine daily life without a computer. I'd say technology has become part and parcel of modern life.
When did you first learn to use a computer?
I was probably around 8 or 9 years old. At first, I only used it for simple games and cartoons. Later on, I started learning how to type documents and search for information online. Little by little, I became more confident using technology.
Do you use computers for study or work?
Mostly for study purposes. I often use my laptop to prepare assignments, attend online classes, and do research. It makes studying much more convenient because information is only a few clicks away. Without a computer, completing tasks would definitely take longer.
What do you usually do on a computer?
Apart from studying, I spend time browsing the internet, watching educational videos, and sometimes listening to music. I also use social media from time to time, although I try not to overdo it. It's easy to get carried away and waste too much time online if you're not careful.
Do you prefer laptops or desktop computers?
Personally, I prefer laptops. They're lightweight, portable, and convenient for everyday use. I can easily carry my laptop to college, cafes, or libraries without any trouble. Desktop computers are powerful as well, but they take up more space and aren't practical for people who move around a lot.
Are computers important for young people?
Without a doubt. Young people rely on computers for education, communication, and even entertainment. Nowadays, many schools use online learning platforms, so having computer skills is becoming increasingly important. I think basic computer knowledge is almost essential in today's world.
Do you think people spend too much time on computers?
In many cases, definitely. A lot of people spend hours staring at screens every day, whether for work, study, or social media. Sometimes people become glued to their devices and forget to take breaks. I think technology is useful, but it's important to strike a balance between online and offline life.
Did you play computer games as a child?
Quite often, actually. I used to enjoy simple adventure and racing games with my friends after school. At the time, it felt exciting and entertaining. However, my parents made sure I didn't spend all day in front of a screen, which I now appreciate.
Have computers changed the way people shop?
Absolutely. Online shopping has become extremely common because it saves time and effort. People can compare prices, read reviews, and order products without leaving home. At the same time, some people still prefer shopping in person because they like seeing products with their own eyes before buying them.
Will computers become more important in the future?
I believe so. Technology is developing at a rapid pace, and computers are already involved in many areas of life. In the future, they'll probably play an even bigger role in education, healthcare, and business. At the same time, I think people will need to use technology responsibly instead of depending on it too much.
Do you prefer using a computer or a smartphone?
It depends on what I need to do. For quick tasks like messaging or checking social media, smartphones are more convenient. However, for studying or writing documents, I'd much rather use a computer because the larger screen and keyboard make everything easier. So both devices have their own advantages.
Thank you, Daniel. That's the end of part 1.
Thank you very much.
Now we will learn some useful vocabulary from this exam conversation.
1. Part and parcel of life. An essential part of daily life. 2. Only a few clicks away. Very easy to access online. 3. Get carried away. Become too involved in something. 4. Online learning platform. Website or system used for education. 5. Glued to their devices, constantly looking at phones or computers. 6. Strike a balance. Create a healthy middle point. 7. At a rapid pace, very quickly. 8. Depend on technology. Rely heavily on technological devices.